Welcome to the 5-minute full body flow. Standing up with a bit of space on the floor in front of you, you're gonna fold forward. Try get low down to the ground as you possibly can. Now, if you need to bend your knees, that's fine, but try keep them as straight as you can. You're gonna walk out on your hands really nice and slowly, and then you're gonna drop your hips down into this position called a cobra. Yes. Now pull your shoulders back. Big deep breath. Sigh it all out. Look up to the ceiling. Look over to your left tootsie. Hello, foot. And I'll look over to the right tootsie. Hello, other foot. You can go right, left, right, it's up to you. Now have a little wiggle. If this feels nice, hold it as long as you like. And we're gonna stick our butt in the air into a downward dog. Now from this position, all I want you to think about is dropping your heel down one at a time. Feel a really big stretch down the back of your calf and swap onto the other side. We're gonna repeat this 3 times on each side, just working a little bit of blood into the calves, into the ankles, getting the back of the legs feeling stretched. You can do more than 3 if you like. I ain't the boss of you. You do you, but we just wanna get them moving. Once we've done 3 on each side, we're gonna come into a high push-up position like this, choose a foot and bring it up by our legs. If this is too hard to keep the back leg up, you can just drop the back knee for this, but try keep it up as much as possible. We want to challenge your strength and stability in this position as much as possible. Now from here, you're going to rock forward, driving this front knee over your toe. It should look a little bit like this. It's okay if your heel pops off the ground, but try to keep it down as much as possible. Big deep breath, hold for a couple of seconds, then we're going to shoot your hips up to the ceiling and try to straighten this front leg. Going to feel a stretch all down the back of your hamstring. If you can't straighten your leg, don't worry. Couple things you can do. Go onto your old tip fingers, fingertips, or hold on to something. Just try get to a point you feel a stretch in your hamstring without pain. Hold for a couple of seconds, and then we're going to come back down. Drive that knee forward. Feel a stretch in the back hip at the front, but also in the hip at the front and this ankle. Hold for a couple of seconds, come back up. Big deep breath. Exhale. Sorry for just breathing into the microphone. You'll survive. We'll get through this together. Last one on this side. Legs straight, hips up to the floor, up to the ceiling. I've done a lot of these today. My brain is working at half capacity. Now come back down, stay in this position, but drop your back knee for a second for me. And what I want you to do for me is open up this front hip, twist the hip at the back, roll onto the side of your ankle and rock back. We're just going to repeat this 3 times on each side. Feeling a nice stretch by twisting the hips, but also by twisting the ankle as well. Good to get your ankle used to being in this position. Less likely to sprain it. Once you've done 3, lift that back leg up again. And we're going to keep this hand down. How you position this hand is completely up to you. You can fist the floor if you fancy. You can put your hand sideways or forward. That's not the important part of this exercise. Lift that back leg, and the hand closest to the foot in the front is going to go all the way up to the ceiling. When you get here, push your chest out to the wall. Imagine you're wringing out your spine like a tea towel. Take a really big deep breath. As you exhale, you're going to bring this elbow down and try to get it as close to the ground as you can. If you can't get it to the ground, it feels like your hips are going to explode. Only go as far as you can. Do not rip your nuts off, please. Big deep breath. Exhale and relax. And now get this hand and thread it between the gap of your front hand and your back leg and feel a stretch all down your back. We're just going to repeat this 3 times on each side. Big breath, big twist. Come back down as far as you can. Big breath, a little bit further. Don't rip your nuts off. And thread the needle between the gap at the back. Final round on this side. You may start to feel your leg at the back shaking. That means it's working. Elbow down. Hold for a couple seconds and then thread it back. Now we're going to swap sides. So bring this leg back, bring this leg up, and we're going to rock that knee forward, driving that knee over that toe. Drop your back knee if you have to, it's absolutely fine. Hold for a couple of seconds, big deep breath, and then shoot your hips in the air, straighten this leg. Support yourself if you need. I'm wobbling around all over the place. Big deep breath, and then we're going to come forward. 2 more times on this side. Really feel that stretch. Have a nice wiggle as well. If it feels good, stay in this position as long as you like. Hips go back, just feel that stretch in that hamstring. Big deep breath. Last round on this side. And we're going to drop that back knee and open up that hip. Feeling my hammies. Oh, my hammies are tight. Amazing. I drop that back knee. I'm starting to get a sweat on. I hope you are too. And you're going to open up that hip. Should look a little bit like this from a front view. Twisting that hip. Dropping this side. Rolling onto the side of the ankle. And coming back. If this feels nice, do it twice, do it thrice, do it 10 times. All about taking this at your pace. Don't be afraid to hold a position if it feels good. And then from here, we're going to lift that back leg up the ground. Hand down however you fancy it. This arm all the way up to the ceiling. Big deep breath. As we exhale, ring it a bit further. Feel a stretch in your back. Elbow down to the ground as far as you can and thread it the same way you did on the other side. Really important you take this at your pace. Use your breath. Try to stay nice and relaxed if you can. I know that's really counterintuitive considering how tough this is, but it will help. This is really good for just opening up the groin and your legs in ways they're designed to move, but rarely do because we spend such of our life in a prawn-based society. Final twist, final elbow down, final thread through, hands down, legs back, and walk your hands up to your feet. Keep your legs as straight as you can, and come on up. And that was a 5-minute full body wiggle. You can do that as many times as you like. Repeat that once, twice, 10 times, as many times in a day as works for you. And as always, I hope it helped. Mwah.